Welcome to our video. This cooking myth needs to die now, where we're diving deep into some of the most pervasive misconceptions in the culinary world. From the belief that searing meat locks in juices to the idea that salt makes water boil faster, we'll debunk these myths and set the record straight on what really works in the kitchen. Join us as we unravel these cooking fallacies and help you elevate your culinary skills with science-backed insights. 1. The unfounded belief in searing meat. Many of us have been told that searing meat locks in its juices, resulting in a juicier steak or roast. This myth has persisted for decades, passed down from generation to generation. However, science tells us a different story. According to food scientist Harold McGee, the idea that searing seals in juices is incorrect. Instead, searing is primarily for flavor. The Maillard reaction, which occurs during searing, creates a complex flavor profile that enhances the taste of meat. While searing does create a crust, it does not prevent moisture from escaping. So, the next time you sear a steak, remember it's for taste, not juice retention. 2. The misconception about salt in boiling water. Adding salt to boiling water is another widely believed cooking tip that needs clarification. Many think that salty water boils faster, but in reality, the difference is negligible. Salt does raise the boiling point of water, but you would need a significant amount to notice a change in boiling time. The primary reason to add salt is for flavor enhancement. Salted water can make pasta or vegetables taste better, but it won't save you time in the kitchen. When cooking, focus on the taste benefits of salt rather than any supposed time-saving effects. 3. The myth of rinsing pasta. Rinsing pasta under cold water after cooking is a practice some people swear by, but it's not necessary. Rinsing removes the starch that helps sauces cling to the pasta. Instead, you end up with a slippery texture that doesn't hold sauces well. In Italian cooking, pasta is often tossed directly from the pot into the sauce, allowing it to absorb flavors. The only time rinsing is recommended is if you're making a cold pasta salad. Otherwise, keep the starch intact and enjoy a more flavorful dish. 4. The false notion of cooking alcohol out. There's a common belief that cooking with alcohol always burns off all the alcohol content. While cooking does reduce the alcohol, it doesn't eliminate it entirely. Research from the USDA shows that alcohol retention can range from 5% to 85% depending on the cooking method and time. For example, a dish simmered for 30 minutes retains about 35% of the alcohol. It's important to understand this if you're serving dishes to those who avoid alcohol for dietary or religious reasons. Always be mindful of how much alcohol remains in your dish. 5. The fallacy of fresh herbs over dry. Many cooks assume that fresh herbs are always superior to dried ones. While fresh herbs can provide vibrant flavors and appealing aesthetics, dried herbs have their place too. The drying process concentrates flavors, making dried herbs more potent in certain dishes. In slow-cooked meals, dried herbs can release flavors gradually, complementing the dish. It's all about using the right herb at the right time. Don't dismiss dried herbs. They can be a valuable asset in your culinary toolkit. 6. The misleading idea of oil preventing pasta stickiness. Adding oil to pasta water to prevent sticking is a common practice, but it doesn't work as intended. While oil can prevent the pasta from sticking to itself, it also creates a barrier that prevents sauce from adhering to the pasta. Instead, stir the pasta occasionally during cooking. The motion keeps the pasta from clumping together. Once drained, toss the pasta with a bit of the sauce to prevent sticking. This method ensures that your pasta will be flavorful and well coated. 7. The myth of washing mushrooms. Many believe that washing mushrooms makes them waterlogged and less flavorful. However, rinsing mushrooms briefly under cold water will not ruin them. Mushrooms are like sponges, but they don't absorb as much water as commonly thought. Patting them dry with a paper towel after rinsing is sufficient. The key is not to soak them. Clean mushrooms are essential for a delicious dish, and a quick rinse can help remove any dirt or debris. 8. The misconception of resting meat. Resting meat after cooking is often recommended to allow juices to redistribute. While this practice does have some merit, the idea that it drastically changes the juiciness of the meat is overstated. Juices will redistribute slightly, but they don't drastically increase the meat's moisture. Resting is more about letting the meat reach a consistent internal temperature. A few minutes of resting can help, but it won't make a dry cut juicy. Focus on proper cooking techniques to ensure tender and flavorful meat. 9. The fallacy of cooking by sight alone. Relying solely on sight to determine if food is cooked is a common mistake. Visual cues can be misleading, especially with meats. A steak might look perfectly seared outside but remain undercooked inside. Using a meat thermometer is a more accurate method for checking doneness. Cooking by temperature ensures food safety and optimal texture. This tool is invaluable, especially for poultry and pork, where undercooking can pose health risks. 10. The myth of avoiding butter for health reasons. Butter has long been demonized as unhealthy, but recent studies suggest it might not be as harmful as once thought. While moderation is key, butter contains essential fatty acids and vitamins. It's also a natural product, unlike some highly processed alternatives. When used sparingly, butter can enhance the flavor of dishes without compromising health. It's time to reconsider the role of butter in cooking, focusing on balance rather than elimination.